Okay. All right, guys. So we are going to do a little bit of a quick review. All right. Remember, yesterday we worked on problem solving. Okay. Now remember that we had to use the cubes. Okay. So what I am going to do really quick is I have an example of a cube right here. And I'm gonna go get the other papers for you guys. Hold on 1 second. I forgot the other ones that were in your folders from before. So to make it easier for today. Okay, so who could tell me what the cubes was for? Go ahead, Chase.
They were for to count numbers.
Not really counting numbers.
Like helping you solve word problems.
Exactly, it was helping us solve word problems. So sometimes, remember I said when I was younger, word problems was hard for me. And my teacher did not give me these really cool cubes papers or strategies like this. So you guys have an advantage since you're younger now, you guys get this really cool strategy. So our cubes, what did the C stand for with cubes? Chase.
The C stands for circle important numbers.
It's circling important numbers. So every word problem is gonna have numbers in it, okay? So we're gonna circle those numbers. So we're gonna get in the habit, every time we work on word problems, we're gonna get in the habit of following each step of the cubes. And if you do that, it's gonna help you really be able to solve and understand your problems, okay? What does the U stand for, Jackson?
And understands for underlying questions.
That's right. So we are going to always underline our question. Now remember, every word problem, there's always gonna be a question, right? Because we're always gonna have to find something out. That's why it's called a word problem. So we have to solve it somehow, right? What does the B stand for?
The B stands for box keywords.
Boxing in the keywords. Now remember, those keywords or clue words are words that are gonna help us say, I think they want us to add these, or maybe they want us to subtract something and find the difference of something. There's gonna be special words. So it might say altogether, that means you would add something. It might say, what is the difference between Jackson's hand and the marbles in Jackson's hand and the marbles in Chase's hand? What's the difference? How many more? How many less? Okay, those are subtraction words. Those are key words to remember, okay? How about the E, Jackson? What does that mean?
It means
Evaluate.
evaluate.
Good job, good job. Evaluate, you know what that means? Remember yesterday? Look at the picture.
Like signs.
Yes, the operation.
Why is there like a cross on here and E?
Because that says eliminate, so they're drawing you a picture. To eliminate, you're crossing it out. So when you evaluate your word problem, you're going to be thinking, what do they want me to do? Add, subtract, multiply, divide, and we're going to eliminate some of those choices because we know, well, this is definitely not going to have us divide this, or this problem isn't going to have us subtract something. So you're going to eliminate and figure out which operation you're going to use, okay? How about the last S? What does the S mean, Chase?
The S means solve, check.
Right. Okay, that's the last step of this. We're going to solve it. So after you circled and underlined and boxed in things, figured out what operation you're going to use, now you're going to solve it. And what's the very last thing I said yesterday that every answer has to have when you do a word problem?
A label and
Awesome.
equation.
Well, yes, you definitely need an equation. There's going to be like an addition or subtraction. There's going to be something, some kind of math sentence there, okay? But every time you get an answer for a word problem, you have to label it. So that way, if my answer said 25 and I don't put a label, somebody might say, well, Mrs. B, is it 25 cookies? Does it mean 25 heads? Like 25 heads?
No.
Does it mean 25
Timers?
Sand timers? I don't know. So we're gonna always label. So whatever they're asking us to find, whatever that question is, that's what we're gonna label the answer with. Okay, so if it says, how many dimes are left in my pocket? Well, guess what? It's gonna be 25 dimes. Okay, so So look over here. This is just an example that I did here, okay? And it shows you the steps of the cubes that we just talked about. However, this time I actually did all the steps that you can see. Can you read this for me?
There are 5
Pieces.
pieces of gold in the first chest. Then there are 7 more pieces of gold in a second chest. How many pieces of gold are all together?
Awesome. So this is a one-step word problem, which means you're just gonna put down an equation and solve it. These are like the easiest of word problems that we're gonna be working with. And then when you get the hang of doing these and using all the cube steps like we've been talking about for the past few days, we'll go to 2-step word problems. But we're not gonna worry about that today, okay? So the first one, the C, we talked about was circling. Did I circle my important numbers? Did I circle the numbers? Okay, so that's what you would do on your word problems, okay? The U said to underline the question. Did I underline the question? I did. Can you read the question?
How many pieces of gold are they all together?
Good, okay. The B says we have to box in all the important words or the key words. Did I box in key words? I made mine green. I did the word more. I did second chest, because we know there's a second chest there. And then I boxed in the word all together. Those key words are gonna help us think, hey, what operation do they want us to do? That's where letter E comes in of cubes. We're gonna evaluate. What operation do you think we have to do with this one? If we have the words more, there are 7 more pieces. How many are there all together? What do you think we have to do?
Put add.
You think add? What do you think?
Basically
They're asking us how many all together.
add.
You add. I think you guys are right, because you know why? You two are very smart. I do agree with you. So then the last S is we're gonna solve it. So if we were to solve this, we're gonna take our important numbers, our 5 and our 7. Yep.
I know what it is.
How do you know what the answer is?
So 7 plus 6 is equal to 13. So 7 plus 5 is equal to 12.
Very good. So if we were gonna have this, we would say that how many pieces of gold are all together? 12 pieces of gold. Okay, my label is pieces of gold, or 12 pieces, something. But pieces of gold is better, right? So here's your example. Now, I don't know if you guys are gonna need this, but I do have, I'm gonna use these Legos for manipulatives. Okay, do you know what that is? Okay, so let's say we didn't know how much 2 plus 2 is. Pretend you don't know what that is, all right? We would say, 1, 2, plus 2 more, and then we would add them together. We're using actual objects to count and subtract and all that. So that's what you guys could use if you needed that. But I think you guys are 2nd graders. I don't know if you're gonna need that. So we'll just keep them here just in case, okay? We'll put our little cone there. All right, so now, here's a word packet that we're gonna use. Now keep your cube strategy in front of you so that way you could use it to go back to. What goes at the top of your page?
Our name.
Absolutely, Tootly. We need our name, otherwise I might call you SpongeBob. Not That's all right. That's right, Mr. SpongeBob. Okay. Good. Very good. Do you know today's date?
I know what it is.
Oh. September what? 13th, 2022. Good job. Because I'm going to keep these because I'm going to hold on to them. So at the end of the school year, we can be like, wow, look what he did then. And now he can do so much more because you're going to learn. You're going to soak in all this information. All right. So we're going to use our strategy, our cubes, and we're going to work on the first example together. Okay. So can you read that first example to us?
There are 18 bats, 8 round bats,
Oh, no, 9.
9
9
are
are
round bats. They
the.
The rest are black bats. How many bats are black?
Okay. So what's the first step you guys got to do? Go ahead.
We have to circle our
circle your numbers, just the numbers. Yep. Nope. Remember, circle important numbers. That's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. So you got your numbers. Good job. Yep, just circle the numbers. Perfect. Okay. What's our second step?
Underline the question.
Oh, what is that question? Just a question. Good job, Chase. Yeah, you saw your mistake. Good catching that. That was a great eye. Good. So we underline our question. They're asking how many bats are black. Okay. Now, letter B. B
Box or keywords.
Ooh, keywords. So there's going to be clue words that we'll talk about again next week with that will say, hey, this word means adding, or this one means subtracting. So, yeah, good job. And usually there are keywords in the question. So read your question to yourself and see if you can find out a keyword. Very nice. All right, now that we did that, I'm going to read it to you one more time, okay? It says there are 18 bats. 9 are brown bats. The rest are black bats. How many are black? Okay.
18.
Okay, wait, hold on. Now, let's do our evaluate. Are we going to add or subtract?
Add.
You think add. Why do you say add?
Because we're finding out how many they are all together.
Okay. Does the
How
question,
many?
any keywords say all together?
No. You're saying how many?
Yeah, how many what though?
How many bats
Are
black?
yes. So, if we look at this right here, I'm going to draw a little picture.
Mine is.
So I'm going to draw this bar diagram here, okay? Now, oh, I'm upside down. It's saying that there are 18 bats, okay? So in this whole bar, we have 18 bats, okay? How many bats are brown?
9.
9. So I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to put a 9 over here. And then I don't know how many, whoops, this is brown bats. These are our black ones, okay? I'm going to put a little question mark there because guess what? Hold on. It's asking how many bats are black. Okay, so that's why I got a question mark in this one. The 18 is the total amount, and so we know we have to what? Minus. We have to subtract. So can you solve it now? Do your S. Let me see your equation. I need to see your numbers with an equal sign and an operation sign. Okay, what operation did we say that we're going to be doing?
Minus.
Okay, what operation did you do? So look at my bar diagram. If we have 18 altogether, and we know we have 9 brown bats. No, that's okay because he's already did his. If we have 9 brown bats, how many are black? What do we do with these two numbers that we have to find out how many are black? Yeah, that's fine. Good. Now, what do you need at the very end of every word problem answer?
A label.
Label. Good.
Do you have to put the color?
You should. You know why? Because they're asking you how many bats are black. You already know how many are brown. We're trying to find out how many are black. All right. What'd you get for an answer, Chase?
So 18 minus 9 is equal to 9. So this is how I know, because 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 minus 9 is 9.
Good job. 9 plus 9 is 18. 9 is a double. Go ahead. How did you get your answer?
I did the same thing.
Well, explain it to me.
I just did a math equation.
Okay, what is your equation?
9 minus 18 equals
Okay, so you actually gotta reverse this. We're gonna do our 18 minus 9.
9.
Okay, because if I only have 9 cookies, can I take 18 away from that? No, I only got 9. Let's take away from the bigger number. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna switch them around. Switcheroo. That's it. 18 minus 9. Okay? Good job. All right. I want to see if you guys can do some of the other word problems on your own. I'm just going to be here and I'm going to be observing and watching what you do. But when you do it, I want you to use the strategy of the cubes. Okay?
Yes.
And just do as many as you can. You have about maybe 10 minutes or so to do some. Okay?
I'll do the whole thing actually.
Oh, well, okay then. Let's see how we do.
I think I'll do the whole thing.
Okay, so remember your steps. Use your steps from the strategy. I love how you guys are looking back at the paper, at the handout. That's great. Gotta keep going. Okay, what's your next step? So use the keywords that you boxed in and think about that, about what they're asking you. It says there are 16 jars. 8 jars have jam in them. The rest have jelly in them. How many jars have jelly? How many only have jelly in them? So if you know that there's 16 altogether, and you know that there's 8 of them that have jam, how many have jelly? It's very similar to the first one we just did. That's okay. This is why we're working on it, and guess what? We have all year to work on this, so it's okay. So let's draw a picture. Let's see. Use our little bar diagram again. How many altogether? 16. Good. It says 8 jars have jam. So we're just gonna, it doesn't matter where we divide it, we'll just divide it right there. So out of the 16 altogether, 8 of them have jam. And it says how many in them have jelly. So you need to find out this one. What can we do to figure out what's left over for that? It is a double. Good. What are you forgetting on that? And are you talking about biscuits? Is that what this represents? What does that represent? Horseshoes? Big toes? Good job. Good job, Jackson. You got it. Good. All right, try the next one. Do that. Boy, I think you guys are ready for college. You guys are doing good. Very nice. Good. Awesome. Okay, always make sure you read the problem first before you start doing the strategy.
I only have
Okay.
1 page left, and then I finish this whole thing.
Good. All right.
Wait, no, 2 pages. Adding the day one. So,
Try that one.
okay.
Good job. Use that. Always look at that handout if you forget the steps or what you're supposed to do next. That's why we have these. I actually want to find like a bigger one and kind of put it someplace in the room. Or maybe I'll make my own. Could do that. So on this one, I'm going to give you both a little hint. You're both forgetting a very important keyword to box in, and it's in the question. As the question says, how many tents are there in all? Good. That keyword right there is going to say, hey, I know what operation I'm going to do.
In all.
So what do you think you have to do then to those important numbers if you know what that special keyword is? Check this. You're close, super close. If you have to draw pictures to help you figure it out, draw pictures. If you have to use, we're gonna actually learn touch points this year. I don't know if you guys touched on that last year, probably not, but we're gonna do that this year to help you. It's super easy, good. Ooh, I see those brains working. I see those brains working. Good job. Good, nice label on that one. Just remember this label. So if you're, this is a key word right here. What do you have to do to these two numbers to find in all? Yeah. Good job. Good. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna have you guys work on this last one, and then we'll just talk really quick, and then it'll be time to go home. It'll be dismissal. Woohoo! Good. Look at that C. What it says, circle the important numbers. This one's a little tricky because there's only one number, but if you read the very first sentence, there's a word in there that can help you figure out what the number is supposed to be. My dad saw a fox. Does it say lots of fox or a fox? A fox means one. I have a cone right there.
Wait, I think I have time to do those in one.
Well, we're just gonna finish up this one, and then we're gonna that'll be fine, because you guys are doing really good on this. I think you made more silly mistakes than I did. Good job. So if you know, yeah, very good.
I can also talk like SpongeBob.
No, you can't.
Oh. Mr. Krabs.
Oh my goodness, I love SpongeBob. All right, Mr. Jackson, you're missing something there. 7 fingers. You have 7 fingers. Is that what it means?
And I could also talk like SpongeBob.
Okay, good job, guys. So turn back to page 2, the second problem that you guys did, or the first one you did on your own, I should say. Yeah.
The first one we did on our own, I think it was.
Yeah. So you guys did really good. All your answers, yeah, all your answers are correct. So I just want to let you know that right now because I watched you guys do this. You did really good. It's going to take practice to use the strategy, but we just have to remember, okay? Whoops. There we go. Good job. We have to remember that these steps are here to help you learn something. It's helping you to remember all the important things to do when you're trying to solve a word problem, okay? Just like in life, if you have to learn how to ride a bicycle, well, you gotta take.
And like,
Do you just get on the bike the first time and know how to do it? No,
no.
it takes time. It takes practice. So with word problems, as you get into 3rd grade, in 4th grade, and 5th grade, in high school, your word problems are going to get a lot crazier. So if you practice using strategies, like this is one strategy. There's other ones too that we can talk about later, but if you start doing this, it's going to help you understand what you're supposed to be doing for word problems, okay? So we always have to remember our letter C, okay? Did you guys circle your important numbers in your problem? Tell me. Here, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give you my very special purple pens because purple's my favorite. If you did the following items from cubes, I want you to put a check next to it. okay? Did you circle your important numbers?
That's
Check
the-
off all your
That's
numbers.
the first check I ever made.
Good. Good job. You have 2 checks. Good job. All right. We had to underline the question. Did you underline that question? Put a check mark if you did. Wow, see?
Check marks
Awesome.
are so much gooder than I did last
Yes,
time.
better. Let's see. The next part of cube says B. We got to box in those keywords. Did you box in keywords? I do believe so. Mm-hmm. Good. Very good. Then you had to evaluate. You can't really evaluate, but you could check off the operation that you did.
Oh.
What operation did you guys do in your equation?
Mining.
Your subtraction. You both did that. And then you both solved it. What did you get for an answer, Cheese?
I got 8.
8 what? Pickles?
No,
Jelly.
8 jelly.
8 jelly. So there are 8 jars that have jelly. Did you get the same answer? Good. So guess what? You guys did most of those on your own using this strategy. Okay? So do you think next time we come in, if I gave you maybe trickier word problems, you can use the same cube strategy and be able to do all the steps and tell me how you did it? Awesome. Okay. So let's see. You know what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hold on to this. You guys did great. It's almost time to go home. And if you guys want to get a sticker, if you want 2 stickers, I have a basket up there and there's a ton of stickers up there. You guys can get 2 stickers, okay? Good job.